benefits from advertising? Who caused the Civil War / World War I or World War II? Who discovered the New World? Who should be able to vote / how can we get people to vote? How do physical characteristics impact people's decisions to reside or not reside in a certain place? And can you think of any examples that would work for teaching about inquiry that might be used in your class? Just off the top of your head.
Maybe revisit that question at the end.
Okay. We can go back to that question. And then for our lesson that we're going to have to do, the question that we're asking is, why is there poverty in developed nations? And for our definition of poverty, what is for a denial of choices and opportunities, a violation of human dignity. It means a lack of basic capacity to participate effectively in society.
And that definition was found in the one of the articles that's on the wiki page under our microteaching group. So what we're going to do is, Trissy and I will be writing the hypotheses that you all come up with on the board. So like if this half of the class could raise their hands and tell me your hypotheses, and then this half of the class will raise their hands and tell Trissy their hypotheses. And after that, we'll tell you the next step. So if anybody has any.
The middle table and that bar table can probably go on that side, and then I'll take these two tables. And these are just hypotheses, why you think there's poverty in developed nations before you do any research. And we just want to get some ideas flowing of why you guys think there's poverty in developed nations. So these two tables can look at me and shoot me some ideas. Anybody?
Yeah,
A lot of people.
Why the definition again for poverty is a denial of
Absolutely.
a violation of human dignity.
Why there's poverty.
Too many people to feed. Okay.
Oh,
Saying like
why is, oh,
There's
you
not enough
I thought you were asking what you were.
So we have
I did
this market
Yeah,
So
that's why I
large
was-
population, subcategory, too many people to feed.
You were playing
Or
Jeopardy.
like not enough
Food.
Not enough water.
Not enough jobs.
Take,
Taking our
taking our ideas.
Excuse me, spelling errors.
not enough resources.
Pre-existing
Yeah.
Bless you.
So obviously this is a topic that is a little advanced. Obviously we're doing it with you guys because you're older, but you really have to think about what topic you would use with younger students.
Anyone else have any other ideas?
I know,
Yes.
organized agriculture,
Organized agriculture. That is interesting.
Also,
Okay.
it's not like medical.
Anything else?
Lack of natural resources.
Lack of natural resources.
It's just an idea.
Oh, okay.
You said it too. It's okay.
Maybe like government. Government, yeah.
So like, what about the government?
So like I was thinking like lack of government involvement or too much involvement. So like don't have any, they don't want to get out
All
because
from use.
it's easier to understand.
Any last final thoughts? Alright, so now what we're gonna do, have you all do on your own, since pretty much everybody has a laptop.
so you're on the happy one side of that now. So
Everybody pay attention for a minute.
Yeah, we don't have to go to church.
So now that you all pretty much have your own laptops, it looks like if you don't, just share with your partner. But we're gonna have you all research. There are websites and articles that we've already found on the wiki page under the last group, the inquiry group. And we're gonna have you look at them and just like go through the articles on your own. We're probably gonna give you about 10 minutes, depending on how much time it seems like you need, to research these hypotheses. And either like we're gonna have you eventually like come to either refute them or
really group work, so we're gonna have you kind of work quietly. It's okay to talk, but you're not supposed to be working together. It's supposed to be individualized learning right now. Yeah, so we're gonna do some prep for that.
And the websites that I given, the suggestions, yeah, you don't have to use those if you want to research the jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, we put some links on the wiki that you started. We put some like where we found websites earlier that like hold like base poverty line.
You don't have to, I just in case you wanted to.
Yeah, they're just the plain line and stuff.
Well, yeah. There's definitely a lot. Yes.
Yeah, at the very bottom, there's like kind of just like links, not boxes. There's also yeah, I really hope I can't see as an email thing, and also there are these like people that are going around saying, can you, would you like to try my purse? Like go around and so they get and well usually they direct people in their car, and then they spray it on you and you smell it and it's there, and it makes you pass out, and then they steal it out, and it's just gonna walk around. So sad. Okay, I'm reading it here. I get you. There's not enough resources.
Why do you think that we should?
They're reading for sentence cycles.
So what do you think agriculture has to do with?
This one fits well.
Agriculture is this. All agriculture is encouraging the growth of something at the expense of others in preference for one or the other. Totalitarian agriculture says all the resources are ours. We will take food from others for our uses at all times, regardless of the circumstances, because it is ours by divine. I say divine right, I don't necessarily mean Christian. Just because we're humans and we can. And the practice of totalitarian agriculture often comes down to monoculture and poor agricultural practices. And monoculture and poor agricultural practices tend to destroy land while at the same time creating population overshoots. And these two things combined are yeah. Humans in their natural state practice like agriculture and hunting together. And you can actually have a fairly good civilization. When you get totalitarian agriculture, it starts off by defending your land against animals and encroaching species. Eventually, that culture becomes increasingly warlike, increasingly taking over areas of land gets used up by and as population fills up, expansion is required. So this style of civilization comes to dominate the entire world.
Do you just like experience Did you have that as one of your hypotheses?
I used a different phrase. Organizer.
I'm looking at a website, or, yeah.
Organizing.
But then you also think about it too, is, what do you think about poverty, like what exactly is your definition of poverty, I guess? In a sense of, you can't have everything, you not have access to everything, or, I mean, does everyone in America need food, does everybody need a house, does everyone need like TV, does everyone need everything, like is that a sense of
I did kind of wonder, are we defining poverty like on a global scale? Or defining
Yeah.
Debit
There you
slash credit.
Blame it on them.
You ever see that,
Yeah.
So, like,
maxed out
like,
on
debit,
Netflix?
true.
Oh.
So like, I mean, credit card,
Aaron, what's your
Yeah,
email address?
no.
What?
Sorry, what's your email address?
It's okay, C-O-N-L-U-I-A-N.
We just find that one that's like $2.25.
So debit slash credit, too much borrowing.
No.
Right, our poverty.
Because look what you'd be like.
I'm sick of it. It's just like, why don't we have our system?
Yeah.
It says this is some good system, and we don't. Why is this? And I thought that Eric. Oh, yeah, but we're calling.
Both come on, yeah, there's one little one.
I guess, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to think about is if you can sell, if you can't afford your basic necessities, food, water, shelter, and clothing, then are you really poor? Are you really that poor compared to the rest of the world? So we don't wanna ask this right now. Good work,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm answering,
Yay.
yep.
Yay. Hey, Kirby, what are you guys thinking? I don't want to even know what you're doing. But you guys,
Yeah, read the issue.
It's pretty strange.
It's not a religious thing. I don't know if you got the impression it's religious. It's a sociology thing, actually.
What sounds like thought or so you guys like what the US what salary
$22,000 per family. That's gonna give you about another minute or two, and then we're gonna pull it back together.
My issue. Basically,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, when we did our research, we found that the poverty line
the reason he's a
for the US, you're considered in poverty if you're a family of four, you make under $22,000 a year.
But the first book was teaching
so I'm
adult
assuming that's two
man.
Two parents.
My Ishmael was teaching trying to teach the same material to a girl, like a teen. So he has to completely.
So we're technically above.
And the story of me is it's related, but it's
I guess it's what? Divided by 2 first.
I think it's definitely well, and I think it also, you guys have had an industry as well. How many of them? Like if they're not getting an LCT or an
Basically, human necessities. They're not sure.
Okay, class, we're gonna bring it back together now. So what we want you to do is kind of go up to the boards and either maybe take away some of the hypotheses that
apply to this or amend some that you found evidence for, or add to.
Yep. And instead of erasing them, why don't we cross it out, and then if there is a reason you found that wasn't an issue, then we can explain and take further with that. So probably give you another like 5 minutes to talk with your group and kind of like send somebody up there and go ahead and do that. Yes, please.
So here's the concept behind totalitarian agriculture. There's nothing wrong with agriculture. It's the favoring of the growth of certain plants or animals. And even the most privileged totalitarian agriculture is when you say nothing can eat my plants and no plants can live except for those plants which are totalitarian agriculture has two effects. Increases the biomass of materials that is more within the area of agriculture and destroys the land, which so you have a larger population with less usable land. You have to expand by nature. You must become more land, and you must take more territories. You have to. And as you spread, totalitarian agriculture and it destroys the land population of totalitarians.
You play the time to get back to their original
Well, no, the point, it's not like they empty out.
No, I'm just saying that.
So,
If there's a migrating type, so like the slash bird, then they come back and it's empty then.
well, the point is we've actually, in our lifetimes, we've finally reached the end. And so this is where the end effect happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
That because all of us are
I found some sort of government issue for child poverty. Like how some
All right, so if we could bring it in. So we had someone add something up on that board, and someone added little representation in politics. So could someone please explain to me what they mean by this and why they chose to add it up here on the board? Or if someone in their group would maybe like to say something?
So people in poverty normally are the ones like in higher positions in politics, and so it's like a cycle. They don't get any say in laws or government, so it's just they just keep getting excluded.
So that's very, very important. And I think in one of the articles, it kind of mentioned that how some of the like some of our wealthiest people in society are the ones who represent us. So that's definitely a good point. I think this was our only amendment, so I'm just curious, yes.
I was just gonna add something when you talked about this. Just thought of.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about the definition of what poverty means.
Okay.
What means or might mean to different people and how that's different. Like somebody might say that they're poor, but they like because they don't have a neighbor versus not having your actual necessities to live. Like food.
Well, you gave the definition of poverty.
No, we're saying that's a reason why.
Oh, okay.
So there's certain,
poverty should be relative.
yes,
Like
so
most
different,
people think if they can't have what's considered normal in their society, so they poverty.
Oh.
Or like not having survival. Like they might have enough to survive, but they don't have 2 cars.
okay,
So it might be considered, oh, you're in poverty.
that's a good, okay, so would you like to add that up here? Sure. Okay. That's actually a very good reduction of poverty differences. Yeah. Alright, thank you for presenting that as well. What I noticed was there are a lot of people and large population on both boards. Too many people to feed and not enough jobs. So what are some examples of this in our society today? Where do we have the notion that there are too many people in this world?
Or where did you see it in the articles that you felt
Yeah.
helped true you thought initially?
Where have we kind of formed these thoughts in the first place? Yeah.
Something that comes to mind is like how China has their like one child policy and like how a lot of people are encouraged to well and even like how Obama has done their has like had all the birth control be free so that sometimes like so that we're not just overpopulating and having just babies just because people are being smarter about their actions. Does that make sense? So I would say that
Some governmental policies.
Yes. Kind of helping, so the government's kind of helping to control like the population. Yes, Aaron.
Another thing to consider is that, like any species, humans grow along an exponential growth curve. People really don't get exponential growth. And so the best way to really explain it is it took us 2,000 years, from 0 BC to 2000 to, to get to 7 billion. That's what we hit in 2000. We are going to, by 2083, hit 10 billion in just that short span of time. And that's going to keep accelerating, getting faster and faster and faster and faster. That's the nature of exponential growth. But it's a difficult concept to wrap your head around. Very few people get it, even when you explain it.
We are growing so fast that, our earth just can't really handle us. And I've noticed lack of natural resources as another thing. Depending on where people might live, they might not have access to some of these resources. Like, and someone who maybe listed this up there or would like to say what natural resources we could be missing or low on that we need to survive. Yes.
I was talking about resources, I was talking more about resources that provide jobs too.
Okay.
So like farming, oil, things like that provide jobs. If we're not growing those resources, then we can't have people working to get those resources. Or it's more about, I was talking about it more as a job opportunity than the actual consumption of it.
Okay. All right.
I was also thinking water, like fresh water as well as it's easy to live in your limited supply.
And also, kind of on that note, I was thinking, clean water. Places might have water, but they don't have clean water. Clean water is really essential. Yeah.
Oil, gas, coal, energy.
Yep. Clean energy resources. All right. And then, so food, water, resources. So government involvement, I thought was kind of interesting. Would someone like to touch up on that as well? And this is kind of where we talk about, maybe something might get a little too controversial, but, we want to make this a safe place to say what you, yes.
Oh, I was gonna say I found the article on the UNICEF site, and it talked about where government interaction in the U.S. for child poverty, so that they could have some money to start, so trying to stop the reproductive cycle. But that if too much help was given, such in the fact that when obviously they're kids, but when they get older, that they won't want to get a job.
resources, government involvement, population. These are all things that are maybe contributing to poverty here in our country. And as we sort of talked about in making our presentation too, there's not always a right answer. These are all things that we think, and it kind of helps you to grow as citizens yourself. What can I do to help better poverty, to help better the situation in my own country?
And just to be like open-minded and kind of realize that there are multiple perspectives to every single like story or occurrence, event. So
Obviously, a lesson like this could go on as long as people are willing to talk and discuss. This is pretty much all we had planned, and like an assessment you could do for inquiry. Yeah. Well, like we brought up in the beginning, do you have any examples of other questions you could do in a similar way that like with this? Did this like help anybody think of an idea of something that they could do, maybe in their own classroom or at any level? Another topic.
You could even do maybe like so the question that you guys use was like how is it specific?
Why is there poverty in developed nations?
Why is there so you could even bring it down to like a smaller scale, like why is there poverty like around us? Because I know like in younger grades in elementary school it's like more about the world around them. So bringing it down to like that scale and like thinking about around them and promoting them in the community. And then also having them think critically about that.
For sure. Aaron?
For older kids, I don't know if this works so well for younger kids, but for older kids, you could have them go and find news articles online or whatever. Just don't even give them a topic. Just find some news articles. Doesn't matter. And then tie that into, have each student tie that into a larger question. Like maybe they would find a news article that would tie into the poverty thing if they wanted to do that. But they might find a news article that talked about, I don't know, little representation of politics or something. So they would have to find the article, tie it into a big thing, and then maybe you could pick from some of those big topics and then kind of just go back into the discovery portion again. So kind of an in and out sort of thing.
That's a great idea, and that's an even better way of inquiry because they're coming up with that on their own too. Natalie, did you have?
Oh, I was gonna say, you could also like tie it with science and do like, why is global climate change occurring?
Yeah.
Tying like two subjects.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of, like especially in elementary school, they can grasp that concept. So.
and I mean even for like younger kids, you could take like the families book that we have and just ask them why are families different? Something like that. So like a really simple question. You could totally use that with
And they could do that
a group.
with research at like even in like a third grade, like their research could be to go home and ask their families or neighbors like why their families are the way they are. Just bringing it down to that level that they can do in elementary school.
Okay, so if you guys could just grab a scrap piece of paper and answer these questions for us, that would be fantastic.
Also, if anyone's interested, there's been a little slideshow of photographs going around Facebook of families from different countries and how much food they eat a week. And there's different photographs of them and their food for like the whole week. And it's really interesting to look at like slide 5 and 23 because they're pictures of countries in Africa compared
say, so they have to pick one, or they have to choose one, so it kind of gives them the voice at the end, and maybe it's just a sentence, you know, like, but, you know, at younger ages, that's probably fine, because they have to write a sentence, but they're choosing it, you know, out of the different hypotheses that are up there. So, that could be something, or it could just be